There's no downside to hospice. Hospice is just filled with really great benefits. When you come onto a hospice service, you get a complete team that includes your doctor, a nurse, a volunteer, and it's customized to whoever is out there that needs hospice services.
My husband was diagnosed with prostate cancer, stage 4. He did really well for about the first 3.5 years. You would never have known that he had cancer. He was still very active in our business. And then it began to get more serious, and he had to go through radiation. And at that point, it started to get a lot more difficult, but we kept praying that this would take care of it, and it really didn't. You know, one week the count would be up, the next week it would be promising, and it was just up and down and up and down. So it was very, very difficult on us. I was at a point where I was at my wit's end because I was trying to run a business, and I was fighting for my husband's life, and I just couldn't let go. He had heard about hospice and that he would like to talk to somebody about it.
Caregivers go through so much on a daily basis, caring for their loved one, taking them to doctor's appointments. We come in and we're able to take on some of that responsibility. We don't come in and just take over. We say, where do you need us?
I mean, it started with right off the bat with the nurse's aide. And we had one in particular, Maddie Justice, and my husband adored her because she was very religious. They prayed together, they sang together, she kidded him all the time, and she just made him happy, and she took care of him like he was her own.
And it didn't take much to make him smile, and it didn't take much to make Kathy happy that I was there to take care of them. And we would pray at the beginning of his personal care and at the end of his care, and he would be so happy.
He had started painting gourds. This had brought a new meaning back into his life again because he felt like he was once again really productive. I guess the driving force for my husband was that he wanted to make it to our 50th wedding anniversary. He said, when the party's over, he said, I'm going to stop all my medication. He said, I want to go. And he died 2 weeks after our anniversary. And Corey is the one that was with us and went through that process of Earl passing.
He loved his family and he wanted to be surrounded by them. His daughter was there, his granddaughter was there, and it was one of the most beautiful things to witness was to see Earl relax. And he nestled his head on her, like on her chest, under her neck, and she was singing the song Oceans, and it was the most beautiful rendition. And Earl took his final breath as his granddaughter sang to him, and he was able to transition surrounded by his loved ones, and to see him peacefully go and his family to be there and be a part of it is a once-in-a-lifetime that I will cherish forever.
That night, we saw his spirit leave, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Here we had a nurse that stayed by our side the whole entire time to ease our husband to his passing, and we will forever be grateful. You know, it's very promising. They're there to encourage you all the way. They're there to pray with you and to, lift you up.
I know that Hospice of Midland, they go above and beyond what is expected of all other hospices, and it's those special moments that we get to share in that make us stand out.
We are in the business of adding life to the last of someone's days.
We bring love, joy, and peace. People that come into our life, they're not just an object, they're not just a name, they become hospice family. And when we enter into their home, they become our sisters, they become our brothers, they become our mothers, because that's what we are. Assure them that we'll give quality care, we're gonna love them, and we're gonna cry with them. We're also gonna laugh with them. So they are family, not an object, not a person, they become our family.